I'm supposed to be outside getting my steps in, but it's raining. So instead, I'm here and I'm gonna be doing something a bit different. I'm going to rank every single NBA team based on how likely it is for LeBron to play their next season. We have all these tiers. I think they're pretty self-explanatory. Let's start. Atlanta Hawks. Very random. They sold out on Trae Young, and they have, what's his name? Jalen Johnson. He's good, right? They have a few good young players, but to get LeBron, I mean, why would they ever? So I'm gonna say never. It's just not gonna happen. And Atlanta is just, there's no world, no world. Celtics. Here's the thing: the rivalry between Celtics and the Lakers is real. It's obvious, but it just doesn't make sense. Again, the same idea. Like, yes, Celtics are trying to contend, but they don't need LeBron. They don't. They have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Where would you put 42-year-old LeBron next season? Why? Maybe traded at best, but I can't think of any good trade package. I just can't. So again, never. It's actually going to be a lot of nevers. Brooklyn Nets, again, very random, very strange situation they are in. I don't think it's worth really talking about. I'm gonna say never. Hornets would be fun, but Steph Curry has a way higher chance to end up there instead of LeBron, because his hometown. LeBron has no business in Charlotte. I guess play for a club owned by Michael Jordan if he still owns it. I'm not even sure. Sure. Maybe for that reason I would say traded at best, but like, what is the package? Would Hornets give up some of their young guys for LeBron? I doubt it. They almost made the playoffs this season. I don't see why they would really change anything up in that direction. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this traded at best doesn't really make sense, because I would say the trade. Wait, what even is LeBron's contract? Let me find out. Hold on a second. Hold on. I have no idea, and I call myself an NBA fan. Yikes. He signed 2-year, $104 million extension in July 2024, which includes a no trade clause. Okay, so this is just hypothetical, and I'm gonna rename it as, I guess, very unlikely. Charlotte, I'm gonna say never. Now, Chicago is interesting, obviously. LeBron wears number 23. Jordan played for the Bulls. Are the Bulls right now in a situation where they could use LeBron? maybe mentor a few guys. So for that reason, I might say possibly. Because like comparing all these teams, it just makes the most sense. Back to Cleveland, I'm gonna say likely. Why would the Cavs do it? For the fuck of it, right? Get LeBron for the third time. Why not, right? He would be fine there, honestly. Yeah, that makes sense. Mavericks, no. Kyrie, maybe, but they got Cooper Flag. They traded Luka to LA. Why would they get LeBron? Why would he go there? No. Uh, Denver, no. Some people have been talking about him going to the Nuggets, but like, if you really think about it for more than 5 seconds, it makes no sense. Detroit, no. Warriors, now that teaming up with Steph, bro, so late, but man, would that be fun to watch. Could you imagine Steph and LeBron on the same team? Like way past their prime, but could you imagine a playoff run with these two? Oh my goodness, dude. Rockets, if KD stays, maybe, but no, we just whoop their fucking ass in the first round, so I'm gonna say very unlikely. Why above these teams? I'm not quite sure. It just kind of feels like it. Indiana. Indiana. Again, very random. I don't see it. Young team made it to the finals, barely lost. Shout out TG McConnell. They're gonna be back next season. Pretty good. LeBron in Indiana, not happening ever. Clippers, why would he stay in LA but switch teams? Doesn't make sense. The Lakers are a guarantee. He has Luka in there. He has his son in there. A lot of his career is in there. Obvious, honestly. Memphis, nah. No, that team needs to figure it out ASAP because after 2022 or 3 it was, things just have not been the same and they have a lot of problems. Miami, I wouldn't put it at likely. I'm going to put it at possibly. Just because, again, returning to a team that he did well on and, spend his prime in there. It just makes sense, same as Cleveland, but Miami is not Cleveland. It does not hold as much. How should I say this? As much like. You get the idea. Milwaukee teaming up with Giannis, I'm going to say unlikely. Just because they're bad. But I can see LeBron, like the way he plays, I can see it happening where he becomes like even more of a playmaker for Giannis than he is right now. I feel like it would be also really fun to watch, but it's unlikely. Minnesota, no. Minnesota has been on and off in the regular season, but in the playoffs, I mean, look at them right now. They're fucking insane. While injured. That's crazy. But no, Minnesota is not a place for Braun. They don't need him. I think that team is well rounded enough and will stay that way even for next season. I don't see it happening. New Orleans, nope, no chance. New York, possibly, just because the market is huge and you can just imagine what he could do in Madison Square Garden. The Knicks right now are really, really good. Next season, it would be fun. You cannot look at this possibility and say that it would not be fun to see LeBron in New York. It would be fun, but again, how would that even happen? But it could. Thunder, fuck no. And please no. Remove this team from the league, please. Because it's gonna get even worse. Don't they have a lottery pick, bro? Fuck! Anyway, Orlando. No. They got fucking smoked by Detroit. Oh, that was sad. Philly. Now, if you did not know, back when LeBron's contract expired in Cleveland, he had an option to go to Philly, team up with Ben Simmons when he was actually still good, and Joel Embiid. Can you imagine that trio? Yeah, the shooting would be questionable, but like, oh, the plays, the playmaking. Oh my goodness, that would have been crazy. Right now, it would still be kind of cool. And Philly is huge, so big market. I'm gonna say unlikely, but it would be cool. Phoenix, no. Do I say never? D-Book and Braun. That doesn't sound like too good. I'm not gonna lie. Portland. Portland has as many problems, if not more, as Memphis, so no. Sacramento, I mean, the king as a king, I'm gonna say unlikely, but it would be pretty cool. Spurs, fuck, dude. Imagine Braun and Wemby on the same team. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I could see it. Probably unlikely, but yeah. LeBronto. Just because of that would be really funny. But no, I'm gonna say very unlikely because, yeah, the history is funny. It would be cool, but why Toronto? Like, imagine if he had a choice between all of these teams and he chooses Toronto. Why? Well, he wouldn't. Utah Jazz, no. Washington, team up with AD, who's probably gonna be moved. I'm not gonna lie, and Trae Young. Now that gonna be cool. It's like Lakers 2.0, except in Washington, and they have Trae Young and a bunch of other dudes who are young. I'm gonna say unlikely. Is this tier list good? By any means, no. Does it make sense? Not really. I'm not gonna lie. From about here, these teams could just be in the same tier, but it wouldn't be much of a tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you would change, and get out of here.